Hello, everybody. So I've done pretty much a spotlight of every Archon that is playable, except for the OG, Venti. So that's what we're going to be doing today, a character spotlight of Venti and turning him into a DPS. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Whenever I did some sort of DPS Venti in the past, for my own time, not really recording, he may have been a side character in some videos in the past, but exclusively making DPS Venti the focus of any sort of showcase. He was always using either like this weapon or this. But I think many people will know that this weapon is probably his go-to option now. And that gives me a little extra thing to experiment with to see how this really performs. Because obviously he does swirl damage and attack, and burst damage is very nice. Charge attack damage is whatever. We're not going to be focusing on that. So yeah, we're just going to get to the showcase and let's see how it goes. As for the builds, let's take a peek at all of them. So in case you want to check out anything and replicate in any form, feel free to give this a try. I believe I'll be just sticking with like Favonius. I could go with Elegy for even more damage, but I don't need to amplify it that much more. Let's just have some fun with a good old casual Favonius. Maybe later in the video I'll swap to Elegy in case I want to amplify his damage slightly more. But it isn't a huge deal, so yeah, I probably won't bother. So, with a C2 Farina, I'll be able to get enough fanfare with just Bennett alone. So, if you were to replicate this team with C0 Farina, you will still get enough fanfare to do a lot of damage, but you won't get max fanfare really easily, which may be problematic, but probably not. Like, if you're going to be having fun with Venti, it doesn't matter because Venti is pretty much kind of not really used in the Abyss unless they ever really make smaller enemies in the Abyss. Then you're most likely going to be using Venti in the open world. So, but anyways, let's just get to the fun and see what we can do. We're gonna start with the big guy because it'll be a nice hitbox to where when we're fighting a boss, it won't be missing. Hopefully, that'd be awkward if it did. But yeah, I do remember when I was new to the game, Venti got a rerun, and I really wanted him, and then I got Chi-Chi. I was very devastated to where my friend bought him for me. So this Venti was not even mine, and I greatly appreciate it to my friend for getting him for me, because I really wanted him, even though he's not really used nowadays. He's still fun when he is able to be used, so can't go wrong with that. Okay, as I said, a big hitbox won't miss, and then I miss. Because he does lunge forward. So let's try to fix that. And I initially planned to use Bennett before Farzan so that I can get more fanfare. Can I hit here? What if I hold this? Okay, I didn't crit. What I said is normal attack, guys. 3. Okay. We're probably not going to be doing any charge attacks, but if I have to, I can squeeze one in. Also, I guess I'll give a little sneak peek for a potential future video. Since I'm mentioning it, I probably will do it now. I'm getting up Mora just to get enough for Shenhe. Just a side note. Shenhe has all of the talent books I need to get her maxed out. Not crowned, but like 9-9. So I could do a Shenhe video. But yeah, just a brief notice. Then we'll get back. We're going back to this now. So I got to figure out good spots for testing Venti because there are some like domains to where you can kill a bunch of enemies, but your supports can like just kill the mobs before you even get to Venti. So it's just awkward. But we got a decent amount of enemies on floor 11. Just the first part. Everything else is annoying. for Venti, so we're not going to bother with that. We're just going to go in with this one floor and see how it performs. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying, that sometimes the enemies die by the supports before you even can do anything else. Which, it's always a funny thing. How much damage did I do? Okay, I didn't crit on any of them. Wow. Wanna come closer? Like, Venti's ultimate has always been one of the most satisfying things in this game when the enemies are able to be, like, sucked into it. So back in the Inazuma days, maybe even before that, I didn't play much before Inazuma. I'm not a day one player. But, like, having all of these enemies just being sucked into a vortex was amazing. Like, Venti was, like, extremely overpowered, and sadly, they decided to indirectly nerf him by making Inazuman enemies very large. And then as time goes on, the enemies are all big to where it's preferred to just go Kazuha, Sucrose, any other options. So it is unfortunate, but yeah. I don't think these enemies can be sucked by Venti, but we're going to try. Unless I can position it correctly, then it won't matter. Force him to walk into it. If I hold this. 80k. Yeah, it's awkward when these enemies are really big and they really want to get on top of me. That positioning Venti's ult is a little bit awkward because they're out of the range, even though they're not really getting pulled much. I think there's a domain that I know where I could possibly test this out. I hope Venti's ult doesn't snapshot so I can get the buff after I step back into Bennett's ult. Bye. I mean, it's going by smoothly. It's just all about the positioning of Venti's ultimate, but otherwise, like, obviously isn't the most damage in the world, but there are swirl ticks in there, so that is adding to the damage. So if you can synergize that with anything you really want, then things will go well. So yeah, there we go. I believe this is the Inazuma talent domain is a decent amount of enemies, I think, if this is the one. But they're far apart. Okay, that's doable. Just hope that Farzan doesn't take all the credit. Oh, okay. Actually, no. That did well. How much damage do I do a charge attack? 17k? I mean, with low-level talents and using 4-piece of Iridescent, like, if I wanted to focus on his animo damage, I could do a different set. Yeah, or if I want to do consistency, Marechal Say Hunter. But Viridescent's always nice to have. So, can't go wrong with that. Maybe I could test some solo damage on some random enemies around the map to see how it really performs realistically by itself. And also we could do ley lines. But that's going to be a solo situation because Farina, Bennett, Farzan are way too powerful to do ley lines. So yeah. Oh, what is that? Quite the angle. Yeah. I think with any weapon, or just full EM, he would be able to kill anybody because his ultimate has always been powerful. Let's go to the older ley lines and see what spawns in. Maybe I'll do a Farina, or maybe just Bennett buff. Will be nice. Okay, I know this one. I don't want to. I don't want to get barreled. So there we go. So just Bennett. What do we get? Pure satisfaction. Can I charge attack you without blocking me? Okay, nice. There's also a few enemies over here, so we will give it a try on them. Also, a side note, it is funny how on my last video, when I hit my milestone of 2,000 subscribers, I C6 my Bennett, and some players were mad about the fact that I never did it. It is funny how some players just get mad over silly little things, as if I like committed a crime. Like, it's pretty much impossible for a comment to make me mad. So it's morely, it is just funny, but like also sad that people get really emotional over simple little things in a game. But it is what it is. Can't fix everybody. Actually, I wonder if I can angle this backwards. Oh, okay. This one's a little far away. Nice. Despite all of like the issues of like hard content not having Venti being able to be accessed easily because of how heavy the enemies are, he's always been pretty much the king of casual world exploration and stuff in regards to just having a nice satisfying thing. Can I aim it over here? Yeah, I can. Like, doing this whenever you want is extremely satisfying. Especially if you like synergize with any other abilities or if you're in co-op. It's very fun. And along with this passive, if you just have a little bit of ER, you have no energy issues on this guy. So it's very nice. No, Ajdaha does not move much, so maybe I have a chance of doing that on him. So we'll find out. So Venti's burst like damage tick by tick isn't the most in the world on a single target. But it's still interesting to see what happens with all the various buffs that you have in the game. So I don't know if this guy has animo resistance, so we're going in assuming he doesn't have much. If I can you do that. So like 15, 14. No, that's actually quite that's pretty good damage. When everything is hitting, that's very nice. Obviously Ajdaha has a health barrier, so you can't really... Oh, okay. I haven't fought this guy in like a year, and I'm so used to skipping cutscenes, and I can't skip this. Okay. Yeah, I'm currently dying over time. I mean, it works. My energy on him isn't the greatest because we're not killing anything. But, yeah. Let's see if I can just hit him through here without worrying about getting blasted by ice. Kind of. We can just watch this without hopefully not dying. Okay. Oh, I angled that wrong, but... Alright, Ajdaha has been defeated. So, I mean, a silly little combo, but it works. If there were set locations, unless there are ones that I just completely forgot about, like maybe there's a million enemies in this tiny little domain that I don't remember, but if only there is like a place. Typically it was the Abyss. Where you can just play around. We can go back in there, just because why not? Focus solely on Venti's just synergies with that. Like, we can get rid of the buffs that I have right now and go for stuff that like pairs it in a silly way. So let's actually do something I haven't tried yet. So we're gonna have this. Actually, it is pretty much an Archon team. And we're gonna squeeze. Who's in the last slot? It could be Nahida. This could be a different variant of as an Archon team. Yeah, we'll give this a try and see how this performs. I mean, it will kill out everything, so there isn't really anything to gauge. Also, I'm gonna get rid of the burst damage so I don't skew any results. Oh, that's floor 12. Okay. One moment, wrong floor. Okay, now we're on the correct floor. Just obviously it's muscle memory to go to floor 12 because there isn't ever really a reason to go to floor 11. So yeah, I might replace Nahida or just get rid of her altogether for this testing because I will have to recast her E and all that stuff. So that's like kind of ruins the flow. Or will it? Will it even ruin the flow? Like I can just do that, and there's that. Oh gosh. I mean, there we go. That seals the deal. So, what I was initially thinking about, like, so what I typically used in the past, back before they made you not able, or back before they made you able to just skip floor 9 and 10, I was always using this team in the early floors because it's something simple. It isn't a team I use anywhere else, but it is a team that I like solely because of that. So you get like the Geo Constructs, off-field damage for swirling, and the crowd control. So it's a team where I use the characters I don't use that much. So I rarely use Venti. I rarely use Albedo and Venti. So using them together is nice. And I kind of just synergize them with ultimates together, and it always resulted very nicely. And there we go. Well, almost. There we go. Now let's just do a silly team now. With with silly synergies. So we're gonna use Ganyu's Burst. We're not gonna swap builds for the sake of it and rain fire with the cannonballs. If I had Ayato, it would be perfect for this, but I don't. So what seems to be the most appropriate, for this, like Raiden is good for the synergy for a silly standpoint, but for a visual aspect, you're raining ice, you're raining cannons, and then you're raining fire. While Raiden isn't exactly raining lightning in her ability. That would be really cool. Like maybe if Raiden's skill was just raining lightning from the skies, but who knows? I'm just ranting. Okay, that placement wasn't exactly ideal, but they're running to me. Oh gosh. That was nice. Obviously, if I swap to an ER weapon, it would be more easier to manage this. That's honestly quite satisfying. Actually, I want to try that again. I want to see if I could get a different rotation in there for that. So, okay. So, what do we want? Obviously, the same team, but we can swap out just some weapons for more ER for everyone. Because why not? We'll keep Mavuika. She doesn't need any energy because she's she uses her skill. And she also doesn't need energy. So, Ganyu. We'll actually swap to Elegy for this moment. Just for some energy recharge. And Nabia, we'll do something weird with Nabia. We'll just give her this. Just so that she has her burst. And so that they don't exactly kill the enemies way too fast. So I can spend more time watching the fun happen. Which would be nice. So, here we go. And if I angle it right, it would be for the next wave, right? Oh, yes. Maybe if it was in the middle, it would be even better, but yeah. That is much more convenient for recasting everything. So as of now, this is the best place to test Venti. Unless we get a new Abyss, quote unquote. If we get a new Abyss that is more suitable for this, who knows? Wink. But yeah, there we go. All right. This video I think is going to be shorter than most that I do, unless I'm wrong again. But I just want to have a little bit of fun with Venti, just to remind everyone that he exists. And yeah. So if you made this far in the video, like and subscribe. Join my Discord server in the description if you like. And if you made this far in the video, type Barbados in the comments, and I will give your comment a heart, because it shows that you made it to the end of the video, and I greatly appreciate it. So yeah, I hope you all have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Peace.